call is now being recorded.
Problems on properties of system. In that one more problem that we have seen, check for all the properties. T of x of n is equal to g of n into x of n. Check for all the properties you said. Okay, right? This is a question taken from your one of the standard textbooks. That is Oppenheim and Wilsky. One more signals and system book is there. Oppenheim and Wilsky. It's an Excel problem. This was repeated in one or two papers, right? Uh, he has given like this. The transfer function of x of n is equal to g of n into x of n. Check for this. He has not said it as y of n. It is same as y of n only. Because we know that there is a system. If there is a system, what is that? T is the operator. The x of n is the input. Output is nothing but what? Y of n, which is nothing but equal to transfer function of x of n. That is in transformed version of the x of n is nothing but output. Okay. So this is that is t of x of n is nothing but y of n only. This we can call it as y of n. So y of n is equal to g of n into x of n. Check for all the properties. So first one is linearity. So what is that we have? Let x of n is equal to x1 of n. Then y1 of n is equal to y1 of n is equal to g of n into x1 of n. Let x of n is equal to x2 of n. y2 of n is equal to g of n into x2 of n. x2 of n. So y dash of n is equal to what? Add both of them. G of n into x1 of n plus g of n into x2 of n. Y dash of n is equal to what we have is take out g of n outside, x1 of n plus x2 of n. Let us take let x of n is equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n. Y double dash of n is equal to g of n, you keep it as it is. In place of x of n, you put x1 of n plus x2 of n. We call this as equation number 2. Call this as equation number 2. From 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Y dash of n is equal to y double dash of n. Therefore, system is linear. Okay, right. So many students used to ask this question, sir. X of n is even x of n is equal to x1 of n, y1 of n is equal to x1 of n, and g of n is also g1 of n. It will become no, sir. Please note that g of n is not the input. You should worry only about x of n. Don't worry about the other things. One thing. Then what is g of n? G of n is some other function. It is not x input. See what is that we have? X of n has to be replaced by x1 of n only. Don't worry about g of n or t of n or f of n, something like that. So therefore, g of n is some other function. It is not the input. We never said that it is input. Therefore, system is linear, we can say. Time invariance. Time invariance, you check it out. Replace n by n minus n naught. Wherever n is there, replace it by n minus n. Y dash of n is equal to what we have is g of n is replaced by n minus n naught in everywhere. Call this as equation number 1. Y double dash of n, replace n by x of n by x of n minus n naught. Y double dash of n is equal to g of n into only x of n is replaced by x of n minus n naught. Call this equation number 2. From 1 and 2, y dash of n is not equal to y double dash of n. Therefore, system is non-linear. No, sorry, system is time variant. third one, causal system. Why causal? Because output is depending upon y of n is depending on x of n only, present value only, right? If y of 2 is nothing but g of 2 into x of 2. So therefore, causal system, because output depends on present value of the input only. Present value of the input only. Or you can write it, output does not depend on. Should write it like this only. Does not depends on future value of input. Okay. Present and all, you don't need to write it. Does not depend on future value of input. Fourth one, memory. Memoryless system, because it is depends on present only, not on the future on the or the past. Memoryless system, because output depends only on present value of input. Fifth one, stability. Let us bound the input. Let magnitude of x of n is mx less than if. That is, we assumed that input is finite. For a finite input, whether the output is finite or not, that you should check it out. Magnitude of y of n is equal to magnitude of g of n into x of n. Magnitude of y of n is less than or equal to magnitude of g of n into magnitude of x of n is, sorry, this is first step, it's mod. Magnitude of g of n into magnitude of x of n. Here you should write it. Magnitude of y of n is less than or equal to magnitude of g of n into mx. Mx is finite. Therefore, what is that we have? So mx is finite, but what about magnitude of g of n? We don't know whether it's a finite or not. Okay. So in such conditions, we can say that means this is finite. If the system is stable, then this is also finite. Otherwise, infinite. System is unstable. So therefore, what is that we can write it? For this kind of problems, you write conditionally stable. Conditionally. What is that condition? The system is stable only if the magnitude of g of n system, that is, the system is stable only if magnitude of g of n is less than or equal to mg, which is less than infinity. That means magnitude of g of n, I call it as mg. It should be finite. So we don't know information about the information of g of n. What is this g of n? We don't know. But see, if this is finite, fine. But this is finite or not, we don't know. We can't say infinite, we can't say finite. So therefore, we call it as conditionally stable. That means if this becomes finite, then we say that what is that? Yeah, system is stable. If this become infinite, if system become unstable. Therefore, conditional, the system is stable only if magnitude of this quantity become finite, then only system is stable. If this become infinite, system become unstable, right? So that's what the thing we should. So this kind of problems we say it is conditionally stable. Okay, it's a rare kind of problem that I've seen. One more problem. Transfer function of x of n equal to summation k varies from n naught to n x of k. These are all, this is also taken from the same textbook, Oppenheim and Wilsky. This is one of the prescribed textbooks in IITs. And earlier it was a reference textbook for our VTU syllabus also. Okay, right. Now the prescribed textbook is Simon Haykin. Anyhow, this kind of problem, even if we have in Simon Haykin also, one or two problems we have seen. Okay. Now let us go for this kind of problem. First, we shall go for linearity. Linearity, what we have? Let magnitude of x of n. Let x of n is equal to x1 of n. Let x of n is equal to x1 of n. Y1 of n is equal to, therefore y1 of n is equal to summation k varies from n0 to n x1 of k. When x of n is replaced by x1 of n, x of k is replaced by x1 of k. Let x of n is equal to x2 of n. Y2 of n is equal to summation k varies from n0 to n x2 of k. Y dash of n is equal to summation k varies from n0 to n x1 of k plus summation k varies from n0 to n x2 of k. So this we can write it as y dash of n is equal to summation k varies from n0 to n x1 of k plus x2 of k. You know to have two summations because both of them are of the same range now, n0 to n only. Therefore, you can take it as single summation. Then k will in both the places, both the places k will be varying from n0 to n. Okay. Also is equation number 1. Let x of n is equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n. x1 of n plus x2 of n. Then y double dash of n is equal to summation k varies from n0 to n. When x of n is replaced by, this is nothing but equal to y of n we can call it. Okay. When x of n is replaced by x1 of n plus x2 of n, then x of k is replaced by x1 of k plus x2 of k. x1 of k plus x2 of k. Okay, right. Call this equation as 2. From 1 and 2, y dash y double y dash of n is equal to y double dash of n. Therefore, system is linear. Okay. Next is time invariance. Time invariance. Time invariance we have replace n by n minus n naught. Y of n is equal to summation k varies from n naught to n minus n naught x of k. Next, replace x of n by x of n minus n naught y dash of n y double dash of n is equal to summation k n naught to n x of k minus n naught. K minus naught, k minus k naught. Whatever is x of n is replaced by x of n minus n naught means what? Whatever the input is there, delay by an amount equal to n naught. So I have delayed by an amount equal to n naught. Here also, here what is the typical replacement? Replace n by n minus n. Wherever n is there, replace it by n minus n naught. So therefore, I have replaced it. Here we have n, replace n by n minus n naught. So x of k minus n naught we can write. Okay, right. Now, but we cannot compare because limits are different and this value is also different. So therefore, you convert it. Earlier also, last class also I did one problem on this kind of, right? So let us take, let k minus n naught is equal to m or lambda, you can write it. Therefore, so k is equal to m plus n naught. Y double dash of n is equal to summation k varies from when k is equal to n naught. When k is equal to n naught, when k is equal to n naught, what we have? Sorry, when k is equal to n naught, when k is equal to n naught, m is also equal to what? M is equal to, so this is not equal. When k is equal to n naught, m is equal to 0. M is equal to 0. When k is equal to, sorry, this is n, not n naught. When k is equal to n naught, m is equal to n. 0. When k is equal to n, when k is equal to n, m is equal to n minus n naught. X of k minus n naught is m, no? I can write it as m. Okay, right. Now m is a dummy variable. Replace it by n. Y double dash of n is equal to summation k varies from 0 to n minus n naught x of k. Okay, right. So now you compare. So, but almost same, but the lower limit is 0. Therefore, they are not equal. So, sir, if you were here itself, you would have been said that this is equation number 1. This and these two are not same, but we don't know. Sometimes they may become equal. When we see here, it looks like what is that? Nah, not equal. But when you simplify it, it may become equal. You can check it the last problem what I did in the last one. Okay. So therefore, what is that we have is from 1 and 2. This and this limit should be same. Even though you may have x of k, but lower limit is n naught. Here lower limit is 0. So from 1 and 2, y dash of n is not equal to y double dash of n. Therefore, system is time variant. Okay. Next, causality. If you want, you can check it out at the causality. Let n is equal to 2. Y of 2 is equal to summation k varies from n naught to 2 x of k. Add the value from n naught to see output at the instant is depending on the input at the instant up to 2, not on the beyond 2. No. Okay. N naught to 2 means what? Adding all the values from n naught to 2. That means up to present. Y of 2 is equal to x of 2, let us say. What do you mean by this one? Summation. Adding the x of k value from n naught to 2. So first term is what? X of n naught plus x of n naught plus 1. So on up to last term is what? X of 2. That means output at any instant depends on all the values from n naught to 2, not beyond the 2. Beyond the 2 is future value. So what is my causality statement says? Output at any instant should not depends on what? Future values of the input. Therefore, what is that you can write it? System is what? System is causal. System is causal because output does not depends on future value of the input. Okay, right. Next, memory. Memory system. Why it is memory system? Because output depends on the past values now. Because y of 2 is nothing but adding all the values from n naught to 2. That is past values. So therefore, memory system because output depends on past values also. It also depends on the present, but also but it depends on the past. So that's why output depends on past value of input. Past value means what? N naught to n naught to 2, n naught to 1. 2 is nothing but present. Okay, stability. Let us bound the input. Let magnitude of x of n less than or equal to mx less than infinity. Magnitude of y of n is equal to summation k n naught to n x of k. Magnitude of y of n is less than or equal to summation k varies from n naught to n. Magnitude of x of k. Magnitude of y of n is less than or equal to summation k varies from n naught to n. X of k is what? Mx. Because if the magnitude of x of n is mx, and if n is replaced by k, then also that is also finite. So we can say it as what? Mx. So now which is nothing but equal to or less than or equal to mx, you take it. So summation k varies from n naught to n, constant, no, 1. You apply the formula mx into, what is that, you can write it, a to b 1. Summation a to b 1 is what? B minus a plus 1. N minus n naught plus 1, we can write it. As n tends to infinity, this will becomes equal to infinity. Therefore, system, because n is infinity, infinity minus plus anything is infinity. Therefore, system is unstable. System is unstable. So that's it. That's how we should do it. One more problem from the same paper we have. Okay. 140 problem number. Y of n is equal to summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x of k. These things are all 4 to 5 marks questions. First, replace n by n minus n naught. Sorry, first one. Let x of n is equal to x1 of n. Therefore, y1 of n is equal to k n minus n naught to n plus n naught x1 of k. Let x of n is equal to x2 of n. Y2 of n is equal to summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x2 of k. Therefore, y dash of n is equal to summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x1 of k plus summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x2 of k. This can be written as y dash of n is equal to summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x1 of k plus x2 of k. Call this as equation number 1. Let x of n is equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n. Y double dash of n is equal to summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught. When x of n is replaced by x1 of n plus x2 of n, x of k is replaced by x1 of k plus x2 of k. x1 of k plus x2 of k. Call this as equation number 2. From 1 and 2, what is that we have? From 1 and 2, y dash of n is equal to y double dash of n. Therefore, system is linear. Okay. Next one. Uh, time invariance. Time invariance. Replace x of n by x of n minus n naught. Y dash of n is equal to what? Summation n varies from where to where? K varies from n minus n naught. Sorry, replace n by n minus n naught. Sorry, first one we do that only, no? Okay, right. Replace k is equal to x of k, you write as it is. K is equal to n is replaced by n minus n naught. N minus n minus n naught minus 2 n naught. So what? N, k is replaced. K is equal to here n minus n plus n naught. No, replace n by n minus n naught. N minus n naught plus n naught is gets cancelled. Okay, what is that we left out? So n minus n naught. So n is left out. So therefore it will become n. Okay, right. Now replace x of n by x of n minus n naught. So y double dash of n is equal to what? Summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x of k minus n naught. Delay, whatever is there, delay by an amount equal to n naught. Now what you should do? So you cannot compare this one with this first one. So let k minus n naught, let k minus n naught is equal to lambda or m, anything like that. When k is equal to, when k is equal to, when k is equal to, when k is equal to n minus n naught, when k is equal to n minus n naught, lambda is equal to 2, sorry, n minus 2 n naught, because k you substitute n minus n naught. N minus n naught minus a minus 2 n naught, you can it. When k is equal to n plus n naught, lambda is equal to n plus n naught means what? N plus n naught. N plus n naught is plus n naught minus n gets cancelled. Lambda is equal to n. So therefore, y double dash of n is equal to what? Summation lambda varies from where to where? When n k is varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught. Lambda varies from n minus 2 n naught to n x of lambda. So lambda is a dummy variable. Replace it by k. Y double dash of n is equal to summation k varies from n minus 2 n naught to n x. Now you see this equation 1 and 2 are same, but when you see this one, it looks like different, but it is same. So that's why I said you should simplify it. You compare with the previous problem. So the same kind of problem, it is having a different result. From 1 and 2, you can say that y dash of n is equal to y double dash of n. System is time invariant. Next, causality. Causality. Quite naturally, you can see that summation adding from n minus n naught to n plus n naught. If you want to try to find out the output at the instant 2, you will get 2 plus n naught. Now 2 plus something means future only. So no need to check it. Automatically system is what? Non-causal. System is non-causal because output depends on future value of the input. Nothing but n plus n naught, no? Is it right? Just because of this one. N plus n naught is the future only. Let us, if you want to try to find out the output of the instant 2, you get 2 plus n naught. 2 plus anything is what? Future only. Because I am trying to find the output at the instant 2. Right? So that's what the meaning of this. So therefore, it system is what? Causal. Okay, non-causal. Once it is non-causal, it is automatically what is that we have? System is what? Memory system. Memory system. Why memory system? It is depending upon the future value. It depends on the present value because n minus n naught is past. Because summation is nothing but what? Adding the values from n minus n naught to n plus n naught. When you're adding from n minus n naught to n plus n naught, you're going to include present, n minus n naught is past, n plus n naught is future. And n present is what? Present also is n is the present. So therefore, what is that we have? It covers all the values. So therefore, system has memory. Memory system because output depends on present and past value of input also. Next, stability. Stability. Stability, what is that you can write? Let us bound the input. Let magnitude of x of n less than or equal to mx less than infinity. Magnitude of y of n is equal to magnitude of summation k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x of k. Magnitude of y of n is less than or equal to summation k varies from minus n naught to n plus n naught x of k. Which is nothing but equal to summation n varies from n k varies from n minus n naught to n plus n naught mx. It is nothing but equal to mx. Summation k varies from n naught to n plus n naught mx. Okay, right. So therefore, what is that? You can write it. Magnitude of y of n is less than or equal to, sorry, less than or equal to, is less than or equal to mx into n plus n naught minus n plus n naught b minus a plus 1 minus n plus n gets cancelled. As n tends to infinity, you'll get mx into 2n naught plus 1. N is tending to infinity, but n is gets cancelled. We don't have n term only. N naught is finite. This is 2n naught. 2n naught plus 1. As n tends to infinity, this is less than infinity only. Therefore, system is stable. Because we don't have n term, so the substitute as infinity. System is stable. Okay. See that you compare this problem and the previous problem. We are getting a different kind of answer. But when you
Excuse me, sir. Sir, it should be n minus n naught plus n plus n naught, no, sir.
n minus b
N
minus
naught plus.
no, b minus a plus 1 alwe ನಮ್ಮ formula. Summation a to b. Summation a to b 1 is what? b minus a plus 1 ಅಂತ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. b is the upper limit, a is the lower limit. Upper limit is what? b. b is what? n plus n naught. Lower limit is what? n minus n naught. ಹೌದಾ?
Yes, sir.
b minus a n plus n naught minus of n minus n naught. Minus of n minus n naught means what? Minus n plus n naught b minus a plus 1. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Minus n naught plus n minus n plus n gets cancelled. So you will get n naught plus n naught 2 n naught plus 1 into mx. As n tends to infinity, you will get what is that? It is less than infinity. So n is the finite value. So therefore, sorry, n naught is the finite value. Therefore, system is stable. So in this problem, we can see that last problem and this problem, we are getting almost opposite results some of the cases. That you should observe carefully. So this is a problem taken from one of the standard textbooks. This problem, previous and previous to that. So these three problems are taken from one of the GATE prescribed textbook, Oppenheim and Wilsky. And that is the one of the reference textbook for GATE also, competitive exams also. So this problem is taken from that book, right? Now let us go for further. What and all is there? Discuss 141. Y of t is equal to x of t by 2. And two problems I wanted to discuss in this one. These are the variety of problems that I have seen in the past. Y of t is equal to x of t by 2. Causality. Sorry, linearity. Linearity, what is that we have? Let x of t is equal to x1 of t. y1 of t is equal to x1 of, when x of t is replaced by x1 of t, x of t by 2, in place of t you replace it by t by 2. If this become t by 2, this also become what? In replace t by 2. What will you get? X of t is equal to x1 of t. X of t by 2 is equal to x1 of t by 2. Therefore, y1 of t is equal to x1 of t by 2. Let x of t is equal to x2 of t. y2 of t is equal to x2 of t by 2. Y dash of t is equal to what? x1 of t by 2 plus x2 of t by 2. Okay. Now call this as equation number 1. Let x of t is equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t. Okay, right. I mean to say, sir, you don't have x of t only. So then what you should do? Replace t by 2. X of t by 2 is equal to x1 of t by 2 plus x2 of t. No need to write that one. Directly write y double dash of t. Y double dash of t is equal, in place of x of t by 2, put x1 of t by 2 plus x2 of t by 2, because x of t is equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t. Therefore, x of t by 2 is what? x1 of t by 2 plus x2 of t by 2. Call this as equation number 2. From 1 and 2, y dash of t is equal to y double dash of t. Therefore, system is linear. Okay. Next, let us go for second property, replace. This is also a very interesting problem. Carefully observe this. This property, time invariance. Actual meaning of time invariance, how to do the problem. Meaning, not only meaning, not the meaning. How to solve the problem, how to check the problem, we'll understand here. Time invariance. What will happen? Replace t by t minus t naught. Y dash of t is equal to what? X of, in place of t, you put t minus t naught divided by 2. Call this as equation number 1. Replace x of t by x of t minus t naught. Y double dash of t is equal to what? X of t, what is that value? T by 2 minus t naught. See the difference. The beauty of the problem is, here y of t is equal to x of t by 2. Replace t by t minus t naught means what? In place of t, I will put t minus t naught whole divided by 2 I have written. But in the second one, what is that we have? X of t, replace x of t by x of t by 2 means what? Whatever is there, that you delay by an amount equal to t naught. So what is there we have? T by 2 is there. Delay by an amount equal to t naught means what? T by 2 minus t naught we have. So it looks like same, but it's not same. They are different. So this is t minus t naught whole divided by 2. This is t by 2 minus t naught. And whatever is there, that I have delayed by an amount equal to t naught. From 1 and 2, y dash of t is not equal to y double dash of t. Therefore, system is time variant. Okay, here causality memoryless also very interesting. Okay, right? Observe causality. Okay, right. Now what is that we have? On the top it looks like causal, but actually it is not. It may not be causal. We will have to check for all the values. Okay, right. Y of t is equal to what? X of t by 2. See, we'll have to give the fractional values. We'll have to give the negative values also. So let us see what is that we have. Let us say t is equal to 2. Y of 2 is equal to x of 1. Output at the instant 2 depends on the input at the instant 1. Therefore, past value. Let us say t is equal to minus 4. Y of minus 4 is equal to x of minus 4 by 2, which is equal to x of minus 2. So output, this is 0. Output at the instant, what is that? Minus 4 depends on what? Minus 2 is here. This is for minus 4, minus 2 is future. Therefore, system is non-causal. Non-causal. This is because output at the instant minus 4 is depending upon the input at the instant minus 2. Therefore, system is what? None. See, when you see this example, it looks like what is it? And you can give the fractional values also. Let us say t is equal to 1 by 4 or 1 by 2, like that. Let us, I'll take one more example. Let us see. I don't know whether we will get it or not. So let us check it out. See, fractional values, negative values, you check it for different kind of problems. T is equal to 1 by 2, let us say. Y of 1 by 2 is equal to x of 1 by 2 divided by 2, which is equal to x of 1 by 4. You see the scale. What is that we have? X of 1 by 2 is 0. This is 1 by 4. This is 1 by 2. Okay, right. Output at instant 1 by 2 is depending upon what is that we have? 1 by 4 past value. No problem. Here we will not get it. That means at least any one case, if you get any one case, you check for all these possibilities. Negative values, positive values, negative fractions, positive fractions, like that. So when you check this, whenever you have this kind of variety of problems, you check for all possibilities. If any one case fails, we say that system is what? Non-causal. So therefore, system become non-causal. Once it is non-causal, it has to, because it depends on the future value. For memory system, what is that we have? It has to be depends on present only. But since it is a non-causal, it is depending on the future value. Blindly, we can say that in memory system. Memory system. Because output depends on past and future. Past and future value of input. Both examples I gave in the last one only. See that this is the example. Output depends on the past value. This is depend. This is also past value. This one is present. Sorry, future value. So all those things we have verified already. No need to write it once again. Stability. Stability. What is that we have? Magnitude of. Let us bound the input. Let magnitude of x of t is less than or equal to mx, which is less than infinity. Magnitude of y of t is equal to magnitude of x of t by 2. It is nothing but equal to magnitude of y of t is less than or equal to mx, which is less than infinity. Therefore, system is stable. Because x of t is finite means it is scaled version of x of t is your x of t by 2. Therefore, that is also stable. Therefore, we can say that. So x of t is finite, x of t by 2 is also finite. Hence, the system is stable. Right? So this is how we can do. One more last problem I came into my mind is one of the examination we have seen this one. Y of n is equal to x of minus n. Let x of n is equal to x1 of n. Therefore, y1 of n is equal to x1 of minus n. When x of n is replaced by x1 of n, x of minus n is replaced by x1 of minus n. Let x of n is equal to x2 of n. Therefore, y2 of n is equal to x2 of minus n. Y dash of n is equal to, add both of them, x1 of n, x1 of minus n plus x2 of minus n. Call this as equation number 1. Let x of n is equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n. I mean to say that when x of n is replaced by x1 of n plus x2 of n, x of minus n is replaced by x1 of minus n plus x2 of minus n. Y double dash of n is equal to x1 of minus n plus x2 of minus n. All this is equation number 2. From 1 and 2, y dash of n is equal to y double dash of n. Therefore, system is linear. Here also very interesting. Time invariance is very interesting. Carefully observe this. Replace time invariance. No, that is the reason why I have taken up this problem. I want to address some of the basic properties. How exactly we can apply the rule. Replace n by n minus n naught. Y dash of n is equal to x of n by n minus n naught means what? Minus of n minus n naught, which is nothing but equal to x of minus n plus n naught. Call this as equation number 1. Replace x of n by x of n minus n naught. That is very interesting. Y double dash of n is equal to x of minus n is there. Whatever is there, x of minus n is there. Replace delay by an amount equal to n naught minus n naught. See this one, typical replacement. Just blindly you put where in the first case, Blindly you put in place of n minus n naught. In the second case, let it be minus n or t by 2 or whatever it is. You delay by the certain value. So here I will delay by an amount equal to n naught. You call this as equation. They are not same. You check it from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, y dash of n is not equal to y double dash of n. Therefore, system is time variant. Carefully you should do it. Okay, right. Causality. Okay, right. Y of n is equal to what? X of minus n. Put n is equal to 2. Y of 2 is equal to x of minus 2. Okay, output at the instant 2. Output at the instant 2 is depending upon minus 2. Okay, this depends on the past value. Let us take n is equal to minus 2. Y of minus 2 is equal to, put n is equal to minus 2. Minus of minus is plus 2. Okay, output at the instant minus 2 depends on what? Plus 2. Y of minus 2 depending upon x of 2. Here, y of y of 2 is depending upon x of minus 2. See, output depends on the past value. Output depends on the future value. So therefore, system is what? See, don't just by seeing this one, don't decide it. So therefore, system is non-causal. Non-causal because output depends on future value of the input. Sir, it's also depending on the past. Don't worry about the past value or not, because causality talks about only future. Whether it is a future value depends on future value or not. That's it. It may depends on past, it may depends on present, or it may depends on both present and past. Don't worry about it. Whether it is depends on future or not. That's what you should check it out, right? That's how we should do it. That's the reason why I'm, even though I verified for past also, but what is that I'm writing here? Only depends on whether it depends on future or not. Okay. Okay. Once it is non-causal means no need to worry about the memory system. Automatically it is a memory system. Memory system. It should depends only on the present value, but it is depends on what? Past as well as future. Output, because output depends on present and past also. Present and past also. Sorry, past and future also. So is it depends on the present value? Definitely it depends on present value also, because see that put n is equal to 0, y of 0 is equal to x of 0. It depends on the present value of the input. Therefore, depends on the present value, past value, future value. Now, you don't need to check it for present value. Is it depending on the future or past? Or future and past? Any one is fine, enough. So here it depends on present, past, and future. Hence, system is what? Memory system. Stability. Let us bound the input. Let magnitude of x of t is less than or equal to mx, which is less than infinity. Magnitude of y of t is less than or equal to magnitude of y of t is less than or equal to magnitude of y of t is equal to magnitude of x of minus n. Of course, magnitude of y of n, sorry, it's not y of t, discrete. No? So magnitude of y of n is less than or equal to, this is your mx, which is less than infinity. So therefore, since x of n, x not x of t, sorry, discrete, x of n less than infinity, bound the input. So what will happen? X of minus, x of n is finite means x of minus n is also finite. So less than infinity, therefore system is stable. Like this, we can solve any number of problems. I think I have covered almost all examination problems, into starting from almost from past 20 years. Okay. Go through the problems in the recent papers also. Time permits, I'll do once again. And for the exam, for first internals, you will have the syllabus up to this point. Go through all the papers, and all questions are from old question papers only. Prepare for all old question paper problems and watch videos or refer my notes. That is more than sufficient for the internals, right? I'll continue in the next class.